largely.
I really think you should focus, Ms. Millett, not on the educational value to make people hate bullfighting and things, but on quite the opposite, it seems to me. On the right, under the First Amendment, of people who like bullfighting, who like dogfighting, who like cockfighting, to present their side of the debate. And unless it's a subject like obscenity, which from the beginning has not been considered protected speech, it seems to me that side of the debate is entitled to make its point as forcefully as possible. It seems to me, what the problem is.
I think that's 100% right.
Well, if that's 100%, then what about the people who like to see human sacrifice? Suppose that's legally taking place someplace in the world, and there are people here who probably would love to see it. Live, pay-per-view, on the Human Sacrifice Channel. They have a point of view they want to express.
So I'm sorry, I'm still looking for your answer to Justice Alito's hypotheticals. Can Congress ban the Human Sacrifice Channel or not?
I'll start by saying no. Let's start with that and see. Maybe it won't work. But I think
you're unwilling to say Congress can pass a law, even-handed, straightforward. You cannot have a human sacrifice channel.
If it did, it would have to be even-handed and have the narrow tailoring. But the problem is, keep in mind.
What do you mean by even-handed, please? I'm not sure. You're using buzzwords. What do you mean about even-handed? And
when the attack, Justice Sotomayor, when the attack is on the production, I want to be direct in answering. It depends on two things. If the theory is we don't like the content, we don't want people to see the content, I don't think Congress can do it. I think the answer is more speech.
Snuff movies, I don't know if they really exist, but they've been described.
No one's ever found one. But that's the point I'm trying to get to. There's two theories.
Adolf Hitler, can we keep him off the screen, too?
It's a dangerous proposition. That's what the First Amendment says we won't do. So if it's just that we don't like the content outside obscenity, Congress doesn't get to ban it. The answer is more speech.
So we don't like human sacrifice, and so Congress passes a law saying you cannot have a channel that shows human sacrifice, real human sacrifice. You think that's unconstitutional?
I think if the point is that we don't like the content, we want to protect people from these images, the First Amendment says a lot about that. If it's a snuff video, if it's like child pornography, if instead it's not the content that we're concerned about, where obscenity is a pure content-based line. It is, we can't stop the conduct. The conduct and the speech are inextricably intertwined. The only way we can stop human sacrifice is to stop the image, because the sacrifice is solely for the image.
The hypothetical is we can't do anything about it. It is beyond our reach to stop the human sacrifice taking place wherever in the world. So that argument, the Ferber argument, is off the table. In that situation, you think it's unconstitutional for Congress to pass a law saying there can be no human sacrifice channel?
I think the fact that I think it would be a lot harder under the First Amendment to say why Congress is doing that. If it's not conduct it has any authority to regulate, then the only compelling interest is I don't want to watch this channel. And people should fight with their wallets and their votes and not support these things. But, sorry, may I finish?
No.
But under the First Amendment, if the only rationale Congress is giving is we're here to shield your eyes for you, we will make the censorial decision, it's got to find some basis to think that was never freedom of the speech under the First Amendment in the way that obscenity was. You don't get to make it up as you go along. We're interpreting a Constitution.
Thank you, counsel.